wanting to strike the woman who caused her death, but her palm passes straight through the other's face. Only then does she realize she's become a bodiless spirit. Watching the man in the distance seeking revenge for her, waves of regret crash over her. She remembers her coldness and cruelty toward him in her past life, remembers that he was the one who loved her most. When the man finally finishes dealing with all his enemies, he slowly walks to the woman's grave. Before the tombstone, he draws a knife and unhesitatingly plunges it into his body, as if trying to stay by her side forever this way. The woman frantically rushes toward him, but can only pass through his body. Only now does she fully understand how heartless she had been, and what precious love she had betrayed. Just as the woman's despair reaches its peak, elevator doors suddenly open, the blinding light making her instinctively close her eyes. When she opens them again, she discovers she's been reborn to the past. Images from her previous life instantly flash through her mind at this exact moment. She had found countless reporters to expose fake news about the man's affair, personally destroying his business. This time, determined not to repeat her mistakes, she wants to make the couple who caused her death pay the price. She tells reporters where the couple is hiding. Going upstairs and pushing open the door, she sees the man lying on the sofa, his face flushed, obviously having been drugged. Remembering how she had ignored this in her past life, the woman feels overwhelmed with guilt and immediately helps alleviate the drug's effects. The next morning when the woman wakes up, she sees the man sitting by the bed with a check and a knife on the table. Having been hurt too deeply by her in the past life, the man has clearly prepared for an ending. Either she takes the money and leaves, or uses the knife to completely end this relationship. The woman doesn't touch the check or take the knife. Instead, she walks to the man with sincere, determined eyes, using actions to show she will never betray him again. The man's eyes are full of confusion, clearly not believing she could truly change. Just then, the secretary notifies the man he needs to go to the company immediately. Downstairs at the office, the woman suddenly remembers the tragedy from her past life. It was during this trip that the man would have an accident and never walk again. The moment a steel pipe falls from above, the woman unhesitatingly throws herself at the man, using her body to shield him from the heavy blow. Seeing the injured woman, the man's doubts finally begin to fade. But as he sits in his wheelchair, tending to her wounds, the deep-seated insecurity from his inability to walk suddenly surges up. Unable to control himself, he loses his temper, violently throwing the medicine bottle to the ground, his eyes filled with frustration and self-loathing.